person. Of course they didn't. Oh boy. Oh, there it is. Okay, get after it. Finish my drink.
Nothing happened, I mean, nothing really. I mean, we played video games, we played it in some amusement park. Well, the thing is with that whole thing is that, they go, oh, you slept in the same bedroom as him. It's like, I don't think you understand. Michael Jackson's bedroom is 2 stories. And it has like 3 bathrooms and this and that. So when I slept in his bedroom, yeah, but you have to understand the whole scenario.
Talked about young boy sleeping in his bed, in this bedroom. Well, you and your brother Karen had done that.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like weird. It wasn't anything we thought about. We go to the movies and we do this, we do that. And it's like, okay, just you plop down, you go to sleep, you wake up. It's just kind of just what happens,
To Home Alone fans, Macaulay Culkin is a name that requires no introduction. And Michael Jackson needs no introduction. Full stop. In the early 1990s, it's hard to imagine anyone's showbiz careers bigger. And funnily enough, the 2 megastars soon became fast friends as a result. After Macaulay Culkin's overnight rise to movie superstar status, the New York City native was considered one of Hollywood's most successful child prodigies, a cultural phenomenon that broke records as the world's highest-paid child actor ever. Culkin soon turned more heads, becoming inseparable to music's biggest superstar, Michael Jackson. The 2 were seen out together, taking over theme parks, raiding toy stores.
The sourdough ones are yours.
What are those other bakes?
They're just like a different bread.
Oh, okay.
But I buy you sourdough because I know you like sourdough. Yeah, I bought those just for you.
Wow. People keep calling.
I need a horse. Gotta zip tie those. Oh, already in my mouth. I want to finish my drink first. It tastes weird. Okay. I'm gonna need another glove. But I have one right here. Gonna need room for Pickle's head. So I'll move my Laura over here. My thumb didn't come out. It's probably too loud for live. There you go. Alright. Get out my trusty book. Summer. Julian. I need to go to Pickle. There we go. I'm gonna do creases on him today, and shading. Okay. Put my visors on. All right, all set. Gonna flip this over. It's nice and clean. There's Pickle. Need some areas filled in there. That area has been really tedious. But we're gonna focus on your. So I don't think this is gonna be strong enough for creasing. I know I brought those other ones up. Just trying to think where they're, because that's black, right? Yeah, that's black. Oops, what is this? See if I can find. Hopefully I didn't put them in a confusing spot. That should be all closed in there. I'll put them up here. Come on, I want to get creasing done. them in the bassinet. They put them. What's in here? They could have brought them down here.
Hey guys, Merry Christmas. I want to thank Opinion Outpost for their support because with their help, we were able to buy Christmas for a family this year, and we were able to donate violins to kids and some really special things. Opinion Outpost is a market research company, and basically you get to give your opinion on anything from video games to movies, and you get paid for it. Yeah, not bad. You get paid in either cash or you can win really cool prizes like Amazon gift cards. So yeah, you can use this link at the very top of the description and you can start giving your opinion out. Most importantly, I just want to say Merry Christmas, guys. And I really hope that you get into the spirit of Christmas and make the world a better place. Alright guys. Love you. Bye.
Oh boy. Wow. Gosh, why I brought him down here? Let's see. Oh, geez, here they are. I couldn't see them. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make a crease color because the other one is more diluted, so it wouldn't work very well as a crease. Hey Kai, I thought you were driving. Are you just listening? Or did you get home? Because you could have messaged me that earlier when I was doing stuff. So this one is. Oh, you're home. Okay. I couldn't find my oil paints. They were hiding, so I found them. So I'm making a creasing color. I'm gonna have to use a little bit of black because I diluted the other color more. So it wouldn't work for creasing. So this is so these are Winston and Newton paints. They don't have light protection in them, but I will be doing a seal over him with liquid thin anyway, so he'll be fine. This is burnt sienna, so I'm gonna use. I'm not sure how much. I'm not used to these paints, so I'm just gonna start with a little bit so I don't go too much, because I'm not really used to these, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be using and not. Oh, now. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of Exodus thinning oil, if I can find it. I'm gonna move this over so I can see better. I'm sure this is laying on top of something. Put this one here. Where's my thinning oil? It's supposed to be up there. Are you blocking it? No, he's not blocking it. Where's my thinning oil? Oh, my juice is blocking it. Don't fall, Drew. Give me a heart attack. Stay there. Okay. She's fine. She's just a little sleepy. So she fell over. But she didn't fall. Just in the same area. This is a weird color. It looks like cinnamon. Weird. Really weird color. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of black to that. Whoa! These two are sticking together. I'm not really used to these paints, but I know the black runs pretty strong. So I'm going to put some liquid thin in there. Liquid thin is better when you're doing creasing. Hey, there's a hole in my glove. So it's still... It needs to be darker than that. Okay, so I'm going to add some more black. I want it to be very similar to this one. So I'm going to use this as reference. I'll just mix it up. Yeah, I'm going to use that as reference. Because see how much light that is? That's a lot lighter. So I'm going to use it. Here, I'll zoom in a little. Will it let me? There we go. You guys can get an idea of what I'm doing. Turn the light on. He actually really shouldn't be that close to what I'm doing. There, you can see that better. See, it's got like, that's more cinnamon and that's more chocolate. So I'm going to add some more black. I'm making a mess on my table. Just hopefully I don't put it in the wrong one. Okay, now that looks a little too dark, but oh no, it's almost like it has yeah. Oh no, that's almost black. This black is really strong. Try adding some more brown to that. That's really dark. Jeepers. Let me see the other browns. I have this one. Came out like that one too. That one's more. Started out close to that one. Oh no, that's my sienna one. That's the wrong one. That was my purple. So this was my other brown. Which... Ugh. I hate mixing heat sets. Next year I'm buying the proper brown. I really hate mixing heat set. Maybe I can add a little black to this mix and see what happens. Because this is like powerful, this black. It's so strong. And I just put tiny bits in there. It's crazy. Okay, just a tiny. See, just a tiny splosh. I'm just using a tiny bit. Maybe I could take a little bit of this that's already made. Stir it in there. Just making sure the black's not sticking to the bottom. It did that to me before. So I'll just keep doing that. Because I made this brown. I'm trying not to touch my primary colors. That's what I'm kind of doing right now. I'm just trying not to. Oh, make it darker. Getting darker. Because it was, yeah, it is getting darker. Just don't want to make it too dark. That's why I'm doing little bits at a time.
Okay, action.
I'm getting there. At least it's not cinnamon anymore. We're gradually getting there. Sometimes it gets stuck to the glass. Try to avoid that too. It's in messy. Messy work. Yeah, I can see it getting darker. What's this color? Oh, you can't see that. Sorry. I'm gonna need another jar. And I'm testing it next to the last one to make sure that it's getting darker. I think it is. So time consuming mixing heat set. Oh wow, it's really gotten darker. Oh yeah, it's getting darker. I want it to... I think this brush is too small to grab everything out. It's gonna be darker. I'm gonna get a bigger brush. I'm gonna pull the rest of this out. So there's still quite a bit in here. So on the side here. Okay, look how messy this is. I have gloves on. Okay, I'm gonna clean this jar out. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna be like the same color, just darker. Okay, so now I'm gonna pour out just a little, pardon me, just a little bit in there. Cover that up because I can just see it tipping over. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab, I'm gonna need another brush. You know what? I'm gonna use this really small one here. And just put, because you've seen how strong this black can be. So I don't want to go too darker than that. It sticks to the bottom. That's what I don't like about these paints. What color is this? Okay, I'll use this bigger one to really mix it. Okay, we are getting there. See, it's turning more chocolatey. It was a cinnamon color, like a light cinnamon color when I first started. Yeah, it's getting there. I think just I want to make sure that it works with his skin too. I'm just going to go a tad darker. I'm not going to go much darker than that. Oops. Oh, shoot. I forgot to take that off. Okay. And I'll use the bigger brush. Yeah, I think this will be good for his skin tone. Yeah, that's pretty darn. See, they're pretty darn close. See? Pretty darn close. So I want to make sure I don't keep that too close because that's a wash. So now I'm just going to make sure that this is clean on the around it. So I'm going to switch my gloves. I don't want them to get recontaminated. These are a big mess. Okay. I'll grab this. Where's the lid for this? These lids are so small. These have strong pigments, though. Seriously. Because that'll get all over my hands. All right. New gloves. Okay. You know, it's not that I don't know how to mix the colors. It's just that it's so time consuming that I prefer to buy them so I can just put it in and stir. But when I first initially ordered my oil paints, I couldn't afford to do that. Marta Freeman. Thank you, Marta. Hello, Lula. Okay, so I'm going to put these on. See how he does with this. So right now I'm just going to start with the creases. So I'm going to have to test it first with my crease brushes here. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to test it on the back side of them first. Oh, geez, I almost tipped it over. I don't want it on the cloth because that's when it seems to tip over the most. All right. So I have to test it to see if it's too strong or not. So that's what I'm going to do here. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be. Oh, this is a perfect color for his creasing. It's perfect. Look at that. It goes really nice with his skin. He's a little lighter in the back. Where's the... because this is where I do my test rubs, because that gets covered in hair anyway. But it seems, oh, I think it'll be fine. But the good thing about heat set is you can easily wipe it away too. Because he was originally creased as a Caucasian, and then when the customer wanted him darker, okay, right there is a little too strong. So we'll just wipe that. But he is already creased there. That could have been why that was too dark over there. Let me try it over here. Yeah, because he was creased there before. All right, so I'm going to go under here. Yeah, I'm finding that to be a bit too strong. So let me see. We'll just add a little more liquid thin. That's all. Just add some liquid thin to it. It's just coming out a little too bold. A couple drops should do it. Where's my mixie brush? I'll use this one. All right, round 2. Put it on the table so it doesn't fall. And then I have to take this off the brush because we don't want it to show up the same. Okay, I'm gonna try again. He had creasing before, so it could be a little darker because of that. But I'll know on areas where creasing has faded. I mean, it doesn't look bad to me. It's the areas that are pooling, I'm just gonna run in just through it. Kind of dab that in there. Sorry, I should zoom out a little bit, eh? Sorry about that. So I'm just kind of dabbing this in there. It looks fine back there. I think his chin is fine. He's got a lot of creasing in there from me doing the washes and stuff, so I think that that's fine. This area I'm going to do with a wash to darken it a bit more. I'm just more focusing on creases right now. So the paint seemed to, like when I'm doing the washes and stuff, it grabbed onto it, so that naturally did do creasing in his eyes. So that kind of helped me out there a bit. Because I did do one of his washes thicker than I normally would, because it would have took so long to build it up. Where's my brush? That'll be easier. Created a line here. It's supposed to be a line there. Yeah, like down here, he's got the paint gave him a crease down in here. So over here is fine, but the other side is a bit lighter. Okay. All right, so this side here needs... I hate when it does that. That's because he's chunky. Where are you getting your shading in there, buddy? He's got natural shading in there too from the washes. I'm more concerned about his arms and legs, to be honest with you, but if I can darken this a little bit. Just beating on it, which is driving me nuts. Okay, in here is fine. I'm just gonna add just a tad over there. So I'm mostly just doing it in areas that don't... Like up here, that doesn't need to be done. But there's a space here that needed it. That's good in there. This area here I've had issues with. So I'll fill that in. And this is the worst one over here. Just hasn't been wanting to... I did put new primer on there, so I'm going to try and darken that when I do shading. Let's do a little bit of creasing on his lips. It's so weird because I'm so used to using a reddish color, like a blood color, for creasing. So this is really different for me. A little outside my comfort zone, but that's how you learn. Okay, I'm waiting on the ears until I get pictures of his twins' ears. Give me an idea. And then these areas will be more shaded once I get going along, but we'll leave his face there for now. Oh yeah, I can see... Yeah, I can see the indentation better on those creasings. I'm just going to leave his nose for now. I'm going to get back to that a later time. But the fun part is when all the rollies he has, this creasing will really help. See, they were originally done in like a reddish blood color. Now the paint has kind of filled in those areas a bit from doing his washes. Has darkened that. So it should be fairly easy. His hands here are going to need a fair amount of work done. No, they are trying, yeah. It's just been a real pain. I'm going to try and go over this again with a little darker. If I don't see that sticking, I'm going to do two layers of primer and see if that helps. Okay. Well, oh jeez, sorry, I'm dropping stuff on me. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. That goes really nice. He's actually darker than what he looks like right now because he's under a bright light right now. But yeah, that's looking really nice with his skin tone. So I really like that. And the consistency is perfect ratio between, oh no, ratio between thinner is perfect. Ugh, where's this coming from? It's come from, oh, I got some paint on the back here. I keep forgetting, don't rub, pounce. Okay. It's not on this hand. I had some on the top of my finger there. All right. A little bit more there. There's a bead there. I'm just going to tap it on here. I hate these beads that get on these skinny brushes. There is a crease right here. I didn't notice it because, and a little one right here, because the was washed out. But you can see how that shows us the fatty area a lot better in between these two sections. Just dab this beading off. Alright. So the creasing on his hands, I have to wait until the arm dries. See, with air dry, I could just keep going, but with heat set, I'll just smudge his arms. Now keep in mind that this paint will lighten a bit as it dries and bakes. It will lighten a little bit. But it's going on really nicely. Whoa, my tripod is, what the heckers? That's got loose. Whoa. Sorry. 1 second. Technical difficulties. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So you can see that nice creasing in between. Really shows his pudgies. There's an area here that didn't get. There we go. Looks really nice with the skin tone. Mr. Pudgy Pudgies. Hello, Emmanuel. So I'm going to do his wrist here. Now I just have some creasing in there, but so I'm just going to go over his wrist Sorry, not on the camera. So it's going all the way around. Trying not to smudge up my other work. That's why we have to do the hands separately. Okay, I'm just going to grab these two areas here. Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't smudge anything. Okay, I didn't get around that corner very well over here. So we're going to be listening to instrumental Christmas music for a while because YouTube is really more finicky than TikTok on copyright. That looks good. I'm looking at them right now and it looks good. And it's blending really nicely. So I'm happy about that. I still have work to do on the bottom of his hands and stuff like that. That's going to be all part of the detailing. I do that last because I don't want any color changes with the washes and stuff. But see, if we turn this light off, you can see that that blends really nicely together. Let's take, the camera's taking out the saturation. He has more color than that, but I think it's a really nice combination there. Yeah, really nice. The last time I did creasing, I used powders. It was an air dry kit, so this is a bit different for me. I'm pleased with that one. I'm gonna have to zip tie those coat racks that I hang up because 2 of them fell on me already when I'm trying to take the limbs off. So I'm just gonna zip tie them around the wooden bars so it's stop falling on me. There's no kits when it falls, but okay, so I'm gonna go. So YouTube has this wonderful feature. Instead of blocking people from my channel, what it does is it hides their comments. So I can't see them, and either can my followers, but it shows them like their comments are going through. They think their comments are going through, but they're not. So they keep typing all this rude stuff to me, yet nobody sees it. I think that that's actually better than blocking because I still get views and I still get points for every comment they make. So my rating goes up. But none of us can actually see it. So I get the benefit without having to see the rudeness. Is this important?
I was supposed to make you something at 3.
No, I said I would ask you if I was hungry.
Are you hungry?
No. I just had a Halls not long ago. Uh-huh. So I got quite a bit of work done yesterday. I worked on 3 babies yesterday, actually. One of them I worked on offline, which was my Laura. Because my lives would be too long if I worked on too many. So I did Laura. She looked too orangey. So, and too red as well. So I did a purple texture on her. But that purple was kind of weak, actually. She still looks a bit orangey to me. So I'm going to do another purple texture on her with the new purple I have. And it has liquid thin in it. So I just do that one layer and then bake her. I added some more purple to it from my Genesis. Okay, this here is dark, so I'm not going to touch that. Just go in this area here. Because some of his brown wash, because it was so thick, it was thicker than I usually do. It actually collected in his creases for me. So you see here, all these creases here, right in here, I didn't paint those. The wash did that. So I don't have to paint those because they'll be too dark because it's already done. So it kind of helped me in that way. Oh no, I smudged something. Sorry, buddy. My bad. I'll just pounce it in. Because I'm so used to like just grabbing it in an air dry, but you can't do that. And heat set. Especially if you're layering. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot he's got creases on his elbows. I'll check that other elbow another time. These are light creases though. They're very thin. So, and then this hand is doing a lot better than it was before. It looks like it's grabbing. He's probably going to need 2 priming layers on that other hand. But, so, turn the light off again. We can see, you know, and it really shows how that stands out. I'm actually quite proud of this guy, being that I'm new to African American and I just started heat set in May. I'm not used to heat set, so I'm actually quite proud of how he's come out. I think he's going to be my favorite. And then when he's all looking great, he's got his hair, and then he has to go home. I'm going to basically do the same thing. I'm trying to get his face done so I can start his hair. So you're going to see me sometimes focusing more on his head. And that's basically because I'm trying to get his head done so that I can get his hair started. And then during the day, I can work on his body, but I'll be rooting him on weekends. Not during the week. I have, because I'm using my personal time to root him as a favor. But I have other customers who've been waiting. I have to paint theirs during the week. And I've been away from rooting from an injury and some health stuff that was going on. So I really got to get back to it. I was going to start on the weekend, but I thought, you know, I'm almost, you know, like just start everything on Monday, you know, just focus on the painting and then Monday get into it. Cause I had a movie night with my sister last night. Plus I did a live last night. It's like, oh my God. But, so Monday I'm going to start just start everything ready to go. So one of the kits that I'm rooting right now, well, I was rooting. He just needs eyelashes And oh, I forgot to grab those, and I was at Dollarama yesterday. I'm gonna try this new thing. I want to try to do eyebrows, so that I can make them even on both sides, because I have a hard time with that. And I know that not our eyebrows are always even on both sides, but and I forgot to grab them yesterday. So I'm just gonna let his eyebrows be until I get that for me. It's actually what it is. It's clear. It's like a clear plastic, that you can use for like putting your papers in and all that. I want to use them as like a stencil guide. So I put one on one side and then I flip it for the other side so that the length I know will be the same. So how I would do that is I would check his eyebrow bone that's sculpted in, and then I would mark each side and the height with dots with my sewing marker that comes right off. And then I would connect that. I would use the clear plastic to put over those markers, and then I would kind of just draw the eyebrow, just the like tracing of an eyebrow, but not the detail of an eyebrow. And then that way I would have the length and the height and the width and everything, you know what I mean? So then I would use that to use on the other side of his face, so that they're like relatively the same. And then this way I can level, like I can make sure they're both on, like, you know what I mean? Like, how do I say that? The same level. They're on the same level. So one's not higher and one's not. I'm not usually too bad with the higher and lower, but I just thought that would help me out. With, because eyebrows has always been a challenge for me. I'm better at rooting, but I don't really like to root the newborns, to be honest with you. But he does have a lot of hair, so technically more hair than I meant to do. And there are some newborns with more eyebrows. But I want to do the same thing with rooting too. I want to do the same kind of method with rooting the eyebrows so that they're the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all leveled the same, the same length. You know what I mean? Same width. So I want it, regardless on how I do the eyebrows, I want to do that. I think it'll help me. And then eventually I won't need that guide anymore. You know what I mean? But I just hate doing eyebrows. I hate it. I literally save it to before they go home, before I attach them and weight them and all that. So I just hate it so much. And I don't use that term very often. I'm like, all these years they couldn't come out with something. Well, some people really like doing them. Some people are just really good at them, I would literally pay someone to do eyebrows for me. Here, can you do? I finished everything else. Can you do the eyebrows? But I'm really happy with how my June kit came out. It came out really nice. Okay, see, it also filled in on these creases right here. See the wash? It filled those in for me. I didn't do those. But I'm going to have to brave it up with this, what do you call? Pickle. See, I have more confidence about rooting air dries too because there's this stuff that I can use. And then I just put some top coat over it. And it blends. It's a little harder to do that with heat set. So it's actually going to be, I'm going to be more nervous doing it to heat set than the air dry. But I do have a baby that has rooted eyelashes that weren't glued down or Mod Podge down. But for me trying to fix her eyebrows, she has some rub marks there, and that's what I'm trying to avoid to happen to somebody else. This one's a little strong. I'm gonna... Where'd my brush go? Just gonna lift a little bit of this off. I know it's gonna lighten a bit, but oh, this needs to be longer. Yeah, that crease goes right up here for that chubby thigh. I don't have to worry about these ones because they are deep creases. But this one comes up to be a little lighter, so that may be a little too strong. Right here. I definitely find creases way easier in heat set with paint than air dry. With air dry, I use powders. I hate using paint for air dry. It takes forever. Oh no! Got some on his leg. We'll just pounce that in so it disappears. That should be fine. Yeah, this part of his foot, I will do that when he dries. Okay. All right, Pickle, here we go. One more leg. Making that paint took me forever. Whoa, it's already 4 o'clock. That must took me a while to make that paint. Well, I did start a little late because I was having hydro issues that I had to fix. I don't know why. Oh yeah, because my TV was on. That's why. I gotta remember to turn my TV off when I'm baking. Because I have a very big TV. So hydro doesn't like me running my ovens and TV at the same time. Okay, do that piece in. So I am doing a Sisters Live tonight. Haven't done it in a while because life's ridiculous. Should have my own reality show for how many things go wrong. But I've never done it on my YouTube channel before, and I will be doing it tonight on my YouTube channel. It's called All My Children Nursery, just the same as my TikTok. I have to update the content though. I got kids that are not even posted on there yet. And then some I don't even have. So that I wound up selling. I fixed that on my Instagram, but I don't really go on Instagram that much because I don't have a lot of interaction on Instagram. Okay. That's a shading area. A lot of people think this is a crease, but it's not. It's an indentation, so that's a shading. It's more of a shading than a crease. And see, it did a lot of the creasing for me. That wash. See, it did all that creasing for me over here. I gotta get into the bottom. Look at all those ripples on the bottom of his feet. But yeah, it did help me there quite a bit. Does that go further? Kind of looks like it goes a little further. I'll just bring it a little. Oops, I went the wrong direction. Okay. Good. So I just have to I can actually do it at the same time as long as I don't put any paint there. Let me see this hand here. Yeah, this one here. So I'm gonna wait to create. Well, a lot of these are already creased. You can see that the wash has already creased it for me. So since there's no paint in this area right now, oh yeah, but these are still wet, so I can't. Once this dries, I'm gonna add more primer, and then I can bake him like this at the same time, as long as they're not in the same spot because of the liquid thin. But I can do the one layer, and then I can put them back in the oven again to do that other layer, because you have to bake them separately. So that's what I'll do. I think he's gonna need 2 layers baked before painting on that hand. Because he's just having a lot of problems with that. Oh, my eyeball. I didn't bring my tape down here to label these. I don't see my Sharpie either. I thought I brought my Sharpie down. Could be covered under this mess. So yesterday, oh yeah, it won't stay. Yesterday I also worked on Oakland. I did a red texturing in Oakland. Tink is coming a little different because I painted Tink before. She was almost completed, and then she started fading. This was air dry. See, because it's glossy, it doesn't stay on. But that's the best that I can do. Just be careful not to touch the lid. So yeah, I did her red wash. She looks I want to make sure I don't have any paint on me here. No. She looks really cute. So her texturing, she got her red texturing. I'm going to turn this light off so we can see them better. So she has more red than what the camera is showing, actually. She looks really cute. She's got the cutest face. So she just needs her yellow and her blue texturing, and then I can see what she needs from there. So she's doing really good. Tink is actually in the oven right now, but Tink is gonna basically, I'm not gonna be following my usual method with Tink, because when you paint them, especially with acrylic, what happens is they they start to like stain. So when you go and paint them the second time, they're not as light as they used to be. So if you go your regular method, they'll be too dark. So what I'm doing with Tink is basically looking at what she needs. Like I just look at her and it'll tell me. So I looked at her and I saw that she was quite yellow. So I decided to do a purple texture on her, which actually worked out really nicely. I don't know if you can see the detail of it, but let's try zooming in. But it actually came out really nice. It's got her more detailed as well. And then I added some purple on her belly button here. It's not showing you all the colors because it does that. Maybe I can turn this light down a bit. Oh, that wasn't even my highest. Yeah, see, it takes out the red. I'm going to try different. That's showing it too yellow. Yeah. It's real pain trying to get the actual color to show up. But, you know, it has a lot of nice detailing, which I'm really happy about. Oh, I'm trying to find my regular light. But yeah, it does look really... Obviously, it still needs more more work done, but... Yeah, I like it like this. See, what they do is they put it on here for pictures. And they just wrap it like this. And then they stick this part in the diaper. And then they just cover this part with the top. And they leave the belly showing so you can do belly pictures. I'm not a really big fan of these. I prefer the chest and the belly together. But some people don't like them because the shoulders can look too thick. But I mean, but she's looking way better to me now. So I'll be going, now that after she's baked, I want to start looking at her creasing and checking her veins and stuff like that. But she won't require as many layers because of the staining. Because my customer sent me a prototype picture. And if I do too many layers, she'll go too dark. So... But yeah, she looked great when I finished her. And like I was almost ready for detailing. And then she turned like a green color. I was like, man. I went through a lot of that with air dry. So I switched to my red to Liquid-X. Not Liquid-X. Golden Fluids. The Pyrol red. And that seems to be working out really well. But this winter will be my last with air dry. I won't be doing any more air dry after this winter. So, get it while you can. So I've got 4 that I'm going to work on this winter. And that'll keep me, you know, that's like not too much of an overflow because I want to have time to work on sculpting too. I haven't done it in I don't even know what, 2 years. I think it was 2022 the last time. Hello to everyone who came in while I was working. Are you still here, Kai? So I set up my thing a little differently now. I have all my paints up here, so they're right in front of me to grab them. And because I don't like leaving the babies up here too long, they're up at the top. Because there's a big fluorescent light over them. So... or an LED light. So now I'm just mostly using these as a space saver, and they really are a space saver. Kai might have fell asleep. Or YouTube is being dummy and not putting... Sometimes if you send messages, like, they don't always go through. Because I had someone said they were on last night and said hi to me, and I never seen it. I never saw it. So, I could have been busy working though, but usually I check back and I will see it. Okay, I want to do my least dirty ones first. So it'll be interesting to see how my sister's live goes tonight, because usually on TikTok it's not so bad, but with all the a lot of the Americans leaving TikTok, there's gonna be more people on my YouTube. So, you know, there's people out there that are just closed-minded to it, or they just do it just to do it, you know what I mean? But like I said, I love that feature that YouTube has. It's so hilarious. I love that they think that their messages are going through, but nobody sees it. I think that is like the best karma ever. See, this plastic doesn't like. See if I can get the brown off. The alcohol is hurting my plastic. Or the thinner. See, that alcohol or the thinner. Could be both. But the alcohol is cleaning it, so. Because if this is dirty, then it gets on my hands, and then it gets on my kit. So it's very important to keep your work area as clean as you can. Your handles and your brushes will last longer because of it. So if you guys ever get like rude people, just put it on hide user, and they'll think that their comments are going through, and they're not. But they'll think they are. They'll think they're just being ignored, which is the best way to deal with a bully. Yeah, these are messy. Like my mermaid. I guess they made a horror movie about the Little Mermaid. Like, they're taking all the Disney movies and turning them into horror movies. What is that about? They did Winnie the Pooh, Bambi, The Little Mermaid. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised I haven't seen a Shrek one yet. But I said I'm not watching it, or I won't want to use my mermaid brushes anymore. I like my mermaid brushes. They're so colorful. And they're not bothered by my thinner or my, or the alcohol. Because they're coated. It's gloss. It's not like paint, you know what I mean? These are actually makeup brushes, but They're not so good for air dry. I tried them on air dry. They didn't work very well. They're great for heat set. Some more oil-based brushes for makeup. But, so tomorrow, I'm just going to put these up here. I'll be back on tomorrow around 2 p.m. New York City time for painting. And then tonight, I'll be on at 7 p.m. on my, I have a YouTube channel called All My Children, like soap opera. All My Children Nursery. I'm pretty sure it's just nursery, but it could be Reborn Nursery. I'm not sure. But I'll be there. I'll be live on there tonight at 7 p.m. New York City time. So if you want to... It's basically what it is that we just talk about different things. We show our reborns that are in our personal nursery. They're not ones that are for sale. I have one silicone and one vinyl that I did not make. The rest of them I did make. And I have more coming soon when I can get them done. So the one that I'm working on right now that is Laura by Bonnie Brown. And she'll be joining my nursery when she's done. So hope to see some people there, meet new people. And I thank you all for watching.